welcome to another video. So I realized that I think you guys like shorter videos. So I'm going to talk about traveling, how I got into travel, what I'm doing right now, how long I plan on traveling, and the difference between internal and external travel in this video. And it'll be kind of a series so I can break it up. So if you're interested in learning more about how to be a travel physical therapist in my experience, then keep watching. So when I was in PT school, I knew I wasn't sure if I wanted to settle down with a permanent job. I didn't want to be in the city that I was in permanently, and I knew I wanted to move and things like that. First or second year at CSM, that's when I started doing a lot of networking, and I was like, let me just get to talk to some of these companies, and I really got into travel. I know definitely by my second year, I was already talking to recruiters and kind of filled in the grounds for who to work with as far as travel physical therapy. I had already narrowed it down to a few people that I had wanted to work with by the end of my second year. I kind of judged it by how the recruiter was, how friendly they were, even knowing that I was a few months out or a year out from starting to work. I was asking them questions like their background, how many people that they work with, and then some questions I kind of sprinkled in just to see what their answer would be, just to see how honest. For instance, like I'll ask them if they had a loan reimbursement program or anything like that. And I'd already talked to enough people to know that all of it's just kind of stipend money, so you just kind of put it to what you want. But if they tried to like sell me on different things, I was like, okay, they're not as straightforward. So by the time I got to the end of my third year, I had pretty much one recruiter that I was set on working with. I had met her before, talked to her a ton. She was super transparent. But this was in the summer of 2020, right in the midst of like the shutdown, furloughs, all of these things. So she pretty much was like, I think you should get a permanent job. So I'm graduating in July, August, and I've been talking to her this whole time, and I was set on going to Texas and starting a travel career in therapy with this company. And she told me to get a permanent job. So I'm in Atlanta at the time, and I just start applying to different jobs online, just looking for a permanent job or whatever I can find. So I was applying to jobs for back home, for Montgomery in Alabama. I was applying to jobs in Atlanta since I was living here at the time, and in Texas since then. So finally, after all of the applying and everything I did, I got some nibbles on the line. I went on some interviews and I had some promising things, but I was most interested when I saw the ad for Benchmark, it was two particular ads that I applied to for Benchmark. Actually ended up going more of that travel route. I told them like, hey, if this is for real, like I'm interested in it. Found out more about it, realized that it was perfect for me. I did my phone interview and then got an offer on that same call. Most people actually do travel and they go different places, different states. That was my plan when I first started with the company. They were gonna start me out in Atlanta. They picked the 3 states that I wanted to go to the most, 3 states that I didn't want to go to, and I was just gonna go from there. I ended up having some family issues and everything come up on the tail end of 2020. So I just realized like in that moment, and then kind of since then, I'm just comfortable staying here in Atlanta, and they accommodated me to be able to still travel and go everywhere in the area and be in that role as a travel physical therapist. I'll make my next video talking a little bit more about my role in the company and what an internal traveler is, and then about an external traveler, kind of do like a compare contrast if you're not familiar with internal. Thanks for watching. See you next time.